Don't just stand there. Go make me my coffee. Jeez, people these days.
We're live.
What? Oh, good evening. I'm Tiffany Liang. It's Thursday, February 24th, and this is HEKT News in Washington, D.C., reporting on today's news. Yesterday, February 23rd, the sewage line tunnels in downtown Washington flooded approximately 5 blocks at around 9 p.m. PST. The reason behind this unfortunate event was surprisingly related to a well-known nutrient, vitamin C. I turn now to Harriet Song reporting from downtown Washington. She will be interviewing researcher Erika Hernandez, who will give more details regarding vitamin C and how to properly consume this medicine. To you, Harriet Song.
Thank you, Tiffany. Hi, everyone. This is Harriet reporting from Washington, D.C. Today, we'll be covering the overflow of the sewage right behind me at the core of downtown Washington. Residents woke up last night to the strong stench of sewage flowing through their town as relevant investigators discovered a recent spark in the use of vitamin C has led to an acute vitamin C-related toxicity and poisoning in the town that led to the consumer's uncontrolled diarrhea. This overdose on vitamin C is likely the reason that led to the breaking of the town's sewage lines overnight. In light of the catastrophe, we invited Dr. Erika Hernandez, an expert on vitamin C toxicity with the HEKT University, to discuss the ways that vitamin C supplements should be taken by the general public. Take it away, Dr. Hernandez.
Yes, thank you, Harriet. It was unfortunate to see this catastrophe happen in town. I believe it is very important for us to understand both the pros and cons of many nutrients marketed to the general public, one of which being vitamin C. Although taking vitamins is beneficial to one's health, taking too much can cause vomiting, nausea, cramps, heartburn, and diarrhea as seen today. These symptoms occur when one takes over 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Back in the 15th century, vitamin C deficiency was prevalent among sailors on long voyages. The deficiency caused scurvy in sailors, which gave them loose teeth, fragile blood vessels, and poor healing. Unlike most animals, humans cannot produce their own vitamin C because they lack the enzyme guanylactone oxidase, which is part of the last step in converting glucose into ascorbic acid, also known as vitamin C. This deficiency is now very uncommon because people can get their 65 to 90 milligrams of vitamin C through citrus fruits and green vegetables like oranges and spinach. Back in 1753, the British medical community understood scurvy was related to diet, but they didn't know why citrus fruits prevented and cured the disease. It was only until chemist Albert St. Gorgie discovered ascorbic acid in the 1930s that the medical community understood what deficiency was causing the disease. Today, we know the important roles vitamin C plays in the body. Vitamin C is involved in collagen and dopamine production. It also acts as an antioxidant that protects against free radicals. There is a common misconception that vitamin C prevents colds, which might have triggered the overdose cases in the city. That is all I have for today. Thank you.
Whoa, that is very interesting. Thank you, Erika, for your research and contributions to spreading the facts. Well, you heard it here, folks. Make sure you don't break the sewage pipes and take the appropriate amount of vitamin C.
Where's the restroom? I need to find the restroom. Restroom!
For your health and the public health. Now that I'm done reporting, back to you, Tiffany.
Thanks, Harriet. In a similar situation, new mothers in Nebraska are in fear for their babies after HEKT News revealed that the Really Bad Hospital occasionally failed to give vitamin K to newborns. Harry, our next reporter, has more information from Nebraska as they interviewed Dr. Katherine Balcazar on the dilemma from the Good Hospital.
Thank you, Tiffany. This is Harry reporting from Nebraska at the Really Bad Hospital. Although the vitamin K scandal at the Really Bad Hospital did not lead to deaths of many newborns yet, newborns lacking vitamin K have been reportedly suffering from severe complications. While Really Bad Hospital is facing many lawsuits, we have Dr. Balcazar from the Good Hospital here to tell us more about the importance of vitamin K in newborns and adults. All yours, Dr. Balcazar.
Yeah, Harry, this is a very important step in the postnatal care of newborns. Vitamin K transport across the placenta is poor, which increases the risk of vitamin K deficiency in newborn babies. This can lead to bleeding in the umbilicus, the gastrointestinal tract, through the skin, the nose, or other sites. So, if vitamin K is not injected between 2 to 12 weeks after the child is born, it could lead to sudden intracranial bleeding, which has a high mortality rate. Now, luckily that wasn't the case for this hospital. However, this possibility should be common knowledge amongst most doctors since the discovery of vitamin K was almost a century ago. The discovery of vitamin K was done by Enrique Dam at the University of Copenhagen, and he found that by giving baby chicks diet based on hemp seed oil, he was able to significantly reduce the amount of subcutaneous hemorrhaging. However, humans don't have a hemp seed oil diet, and this is where Edward Doisy came in. So Edward Doisy at the University of Chicago discovered that there's two variations of vitamin K. One is present in green and leafy vegetables, and the other is present in animal products. Now, the only difference between these is this side chain here, but that side chain makes this first variation a lot easier to digest. However, after the first initial dose of supplemental vitamin K, adults don't need much more because our body naturally recycles vitamin K with this cycle that you see on your screen. The vitamin K cycle is relatively straightforward because we're just dealing with vitamin K and different variations of it. The important protein here is this carboxyglutamic acid. This protein is in charge of ensuring that our clotting factors bind to our blood vessels. So, blood thinners such as warfarin will actually block this reaction, lowering the amount of protein being created, which means that our clotting factors aren't really binding to the blood vessels properly, which means that blood cannot coagulate, which can make a small cut deadly. That's why this case is super important, Harry. It's been known for almost a century the vital role that vitamin K plays in the way our body functions. So when doctors at the Bad Hospital decided not to give that injection to those newborns, they were willingly putting those lives at risk. I'll hand it back to you, Harry.
My baby! My baby!
Thank you, Dr. Balcazar. That was very mind-blowing. For your thorough explanations, I learned something new every single day. It is important for us to understand the essential nutrients for our body at specific phases of our lives. That is it for today's report. This is Harry from Nebraska. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry and Dr. Balcazar, for sharing. I am sure we've learned a ton today. That is it for today's news. I'm Tiffany Liang with HEKT News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
And we're good.